everyone, hope you're all well.
Hiya folks.
Welcome to another Vanners collaboration, together with other like-minded YouTubers.
Indeed.
All the channel links, the names and the channel links will be in the description below.
Yes.
So after this video, please pop over and watch theirs.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate it.
Certainly would.
So this month's collaboration is top 5 things to take into consideration when buying a motorhome or a caravan or a leisure vehicle.
Yes. So,
right then.
Number 1 is, very important, budget.
Yes.
How much money have you got to spend on a motorhome, caravan or leisure vehicle? Very, very important. And try and keep to your budget.
Yes.
I mean, when we bought this, we were looking at second-hand motorhomes.
Yeah. And
some of those were dearer than what we bought. Okay. Well, another thing with regards to budget is if you're buying a van and you're wanting, say, a bike rack or a canopy, extra items, beware that they're going to cost you money. So a van might be cheaper initially, but if you're wanting these items, they're going to turn out more expensive in the long run. Yeah, so beware of the extras. Is that right, Julie?
what are you trying to say?
Well, look at the extras we've had to buy.
Yeah, an awning.
Yeah, awning, a kettle.
A kettle? Yeah, but there are lots of things you do have to buy. We bought the awning. We bought
a
Bluetti power bank.
Yeah.
What else have we bought?
If you're going off grid, that's very important.
Yeah. I mean, you might get a van that hasn't got a solar panel. So if you want to have solar power, then you'll need to have one of those installed. Yeah. So things do mount up over time.
They
so
do. Yeah.
Just bear that in mind.
Wastemaster that we bought.
Oh yeah, we bought a Wastemaster as well. Yeah. Again, that if we're not on a fully serviced pitch, we can empty the waste into it, especially if I'm having a shower. That's what he means. Yeah. If I'm having a shower.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, look at your van. If it's got lots of extras on it, then you're not going to have that extra expense once you've bought it.
Yeah.
So that's just another point to bear in mind.
Yeah.
Of total expenditure.
Our number 2 is layout.
Very important.
Yeah, we feel this is very important. And what we would advise you do is look around at lots of vehicles, all different layouts, to try and find out what sort of layout would be suitable for you.
Yes, because you're going to have to live in it for quite, for weeks on end sometimes, for trips. So you need to be comfortable and you need to like the layout.
Yes. I mean, our first thoughts on layout was having travel seats because of our granddaughter Belle, and we were going to take Belle with us. Yes, we have done, but it turns out we don't take her with us all the time. Well, no. So, the odd time we do take her with us, I drive the car and she sits in my spot.
Yeah,
so it's no big deal.
No.
But if you've got children, then obviously you're going to need those extra travel seats.
Yeah.
So maybe a larger van than this, because the smaller van, was it the 115? That had travel seats, didn't it? That we looked at.
Yes, I believe so.
And there wouldn't have been much room in it.
No,
with the travel seat,
That's right.
Travel seats and the table, fixed table. So that's why we went for 2 benches. So the layout is very important.
Yes. I mean, also this van, because we're quite short.
Yes.
It suits us. But if you're any taller than 6 foot, then the bench that you would be struggling to sleep on the bench seats, wouldn't you?
Yes, I mean, we fit fine, but yes, like Tony says, if you're taller, you might not, so you'd have to take that into consideration. Yeah. If you were lying across the van in the double, you'd be fine. It's plenty.
6 foot, just about. Yeah.
Plenty long enough. Yeah. So there's lots of things you have to take into consideration, isn't it? Yeah. We like the kitchen, which is over there. I think you can just see that. Excuse the mess if there's any, because we haven't tidied up. And then obviously the bathroom at the back. We wanted one with
a separate shower.
A separate shower, as you well know.
You like your
I
showers?
like my showers, but we did think that that would be handy because we haven't got such a big area here. If you need to get changed, you know, you can go into the washroom, isn't it? We always say bathroom, but it's a washroom, isn't it?
Yeah, so that sold us, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
This particular van.
Yeah.
The separate shower in the washroom sold it to us because for a 6-metre van.
Yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were looking at the combined shower rooms and they weren't very big, were they? They didn't seem to be very big.
No.
And
because we'd never experienced anything before, we thought this would be...
And I always think as well is if you've had a shower and then you want to go to the loo, everything's going to be wet.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that.
But I think we chose well in that respect.
Yes.
We're happy with the layout of this particular van. So take your time with considering the layout. Apart from the budget, which is very important, it is number one. Number two is the layout. You've got to be comfortable with it because you're spending a lot of time in the van.
Yeah.
So you need to be happy in there.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
So take your time and look at all the layouts and be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is our number 2. Our number 3 is the size of the vehicle.
Yes. Will you be confident to drive it? And 2, will it fit on your drive if you're going to keep it at home?
Yeah.
Well, what you're going to do with your van? I mean, we bought a 6-metre van for the simple fact that I'd never driven anything larger than a car. So I wanted the smallest van that we could buy. And the 6-metre van, I thought, yeah, I probably can drive that, which I can without any big issues.
But it's handy because it gets, you know, we can park it in car parks, you know, supermarkets.
On the road.
Yeah, on the road.
In towns, etc.
You know, so it's smallish, so it doesn't take up a lot of room.
Yeah, so it's convenient in that respect.
Yeah, and maneuverability. Oh, that's a long word, isn't it?
It is for you, yeah.
Cheeky monkey.
Right,
so that's that, isn't it, about the size? But you've also got to think as well about where you're going to keep it. Yeah, on your drive.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to put it in storage, then of course it's not that's not an issue. Yeah.
I mean, our drive, we probably would be able to put a 7.5 metre up to that
push,
on our drive, but our drive is shaped. So I think if we had a bigger vehicle, we'd struggle getting the car on it, wouldn't we? Because it's wide enough for 2 vehicles, but it sort of narrows towards the road, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose if you've got a family and you're wanting a 4-berth, then you're not going to get a 6-metre van, are you? You know, 7.5 metre and bigger. But in our case, 6 metres, because we've never driven one before, and I'm glad we did get a 6-metre.
Yes.
For our first motorhome.
Yeah.
I mean, now, I don't think I'd have a problem with 7.5 metres, but...
Didn't know that at the time.
No. And I don't think we need, because there's only 2 of us and Archie, I don't think we need
anything
a van
bigger, do we?
At the moment, anyway.
No.
Number 4 is the payload, okay, which is very important as well. And believe it or not, bigger vans tend to have smaller payloads because, in essence, they weigh more, okay. And we've got quite a generous payload.
Yeah, we've got quite a good payload with this van, but I mean, we don't overfill it.
No.
We only take things with us that we need for that trip.
I don't think we'd ever overload it. No. But if you're, say, buying a 7.3 metre van, okay, which is a 4-berth, the payload, if you look at the specs, is up to 1/3 less than the payload of this
for this
van.
one. Yeah.
So then that would be very important. You would have to really plan your payload.
Yeah. So that is an important thing to look for when you're buying a van. Do check out the payload.
Do your maths.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah.
So so that is quite important. The payload. Yeah.
So that's number 4. And our number 5 is where are you going to buy your vehicle from? Your motorhome, your caravan, or your whatever leisure vehicle?
Is it going to be private or is it going to be a dealership?
Yeah. I mean, in our situation, we bought from a dealership because we were new to motorhoming and we didn't really want to go down the private.
No,
We'd heard a few problems that can occur.
We didn't know enough information about motorhomes.
Buying a motorhome.
So, wouldn't have done that.
No, and we bought a new motorhome because we felt we got a good warranty with it, and we got 2 years servicing and habitation checks free.
Yeah, so we're happy that,
that's why we went with a dealership. But we also went with them because they are fairly local to us. They're only about 30 minutes away from us.
15 miles down the road.
Yeah, so if we have any problems, we can ring them up, and they've been really good, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they'll say, yeah, can you come in tomorrow?
Pop it down, that's right.
Yeah, or sometimes they'll say, pop it down now.
Yeah.
And
so it's not a big ordeal
No.
to say have to travel 100 miles to take your van back to a dealership. So I think location is very important. How far is it from you? Try and purchase one from the least distance.
Yeah, that would be our...
in my opinion, if you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, that is our 5
Yes, we've done us 5
things that we would consider when buying our motorhome anyway.
We hope it's been helpful to you all. Check out the other collaborators.
Yes, because they're, as I say, the links are in the description.
See what they come up with.
Yeah, because there'll be some good tips from them as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
And please consider subscribing to us all.
If you
would be absolutely fantastic.
It would. Yes.
And at the end of the video, there'll be a card which is the playlist, and if you click on that, it will take you to the next video.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye for now.
Bye for now.